So today we're going to do a little core and glute workout, something that you can do at home, anywhere, anytime, and checking in to see how your body's feeling and also building a little bit of strength and some control. So the first movement that you're going to do is to curl up through your tailbone and slowly lift up one level at a time, rolling and then drawing your belly button to your spine and seeing if you can slowly lower down one level at a time. Arching your lower back when you get to the mat, checking in to see how that feels, and then curl and lift up all the way into a bridge. We're going to do this for a count of 5 times. As you're doing this, I just want you to feel or see how your body's feeling in space. Make notice of how much pressure you're putting through your arms and your feet. Just checking to see if your toes are helping out your bridge as well. Coming up into a bridge position and holding here. Extend out through your right leg. Make sure you keep your pelvis nice and straight, and then I want you doing 10 little pulses up and down with your glutes in this position. Keeping your legs still, extend it up to the sky, so we're doing leg sweeps all the way straight and then all the way down. You're going to start to feel a nice, and then lifting up again, a nice burn through your left glute. Just make note of it. Check in to see if your pelvis is rocking from side to side. Can you stabilize the movement? We've got 3 more leg sweeps here. And then you're going to finish with 10 heel lifts with your right leg relaxed. Now, I'm sure that left glute is really burning. As you're doing this, make sure you've got slow control through your foot and your pelvis is nice and even both sides. You can put your hands onto your hip bones just to check in to see where your pelvis is or how your pelvis is feeling. Go for 3, 2, 1. Slowly roll down. Excellent. And it's great that we've got 2 legs because we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So lifting up through the left leg, yep, and lifting all the way up into a bridge and coming back down again. We've got another 10 more of these. All right, so pulsing for 10 here. 10 leg sweeps now, dropping your leg down and then lifting all the way back up. Keeping your leg as straight as possible and making sure that your pelvis is staying strong and straight. Just making note if it's starting to wibble and wobble from side to side. You've got 4 more here. 3, 2, 1. And then finishing with 10 heel lifts. So legs extended and you're going up and down onto your tiptoes. You will be feeling this a lot in your hamstrings and your glutes. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly roll back down. Excellent. Hug your knees to your chest and rock and roll from side to side. We're now going to move into some tummy muscle exercises. Just as you're checking in to see what your lower back's feeling like, you're going to bring your legs into a tabletop position and hands underneath your head. Excellent. And our first one is a little crunch. So our legs will be nice and that's it. Knees over hips, holding there, belly button to spine. And then you're going to lift up into a little crunch position. Isabel's doing a really good job of showing us how to use our ribs instead of our neck and then lowering down. We're going to be coming into and out of this movement 10 times. Now, if you are struggling with this movement at home, you can put a little towel or something underneath the small of your back. And that might help you use your abs a little bit more instead of your neck or your hip flexors. Now, it's okay if you're using those muscles, but we really want to see if we can get some bang for buck and use your tummy muscles instead. Isabel's got another 5 more to go here. She's doing a really good job of keeping it slow and controlled. Breathing in on the way down and out on the way up. Excellent. 2 more here. If you do need a break at any time at home, then just prop your feet down onto the ground and then you can always start again. Last one, Isabel's going to hold up into that C-shaped curve and then she's going to slowly drop one leg down at a time. So this is called a tabletop to heel tap. Now you can choose if you get your toes onto the ground or your heels. It depends on how strong you're feeling today. We're going to go for 5 more here. That's it. Isabel's showing us if you get our heels down, you might feel that one a little bit more in your lower belly. Going for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding up into that position. This time you're going to bring your heels together into a small V. And it's like you're a frog and you're pushing out. So it's called a frog press, extending out and then bending in. Again, you'll be feeling this a lot in your lower tummy. If you need to have a break at any time because you're feeling it in your neck, you can just lower your head down. Isabel's going to do this for another 5 more times. Go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Our last movement in this series, legs extended right up at 90 degrees. Isabel's still done a really good job of holding her crunch the whole time. And she's going to do a reach to her toes. So extending up through one arm, touching that little pinky on the toe. Crunch, excellent, coming across her body and then onto the other side. So this little series is using all the abs that you've got available. This is using our upper abs and our obliques. So getting some nice rotation. And again, Isabel's showing us how she's not leading with her head. She's using her upper abs or closing down her ribs first to reach up. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Relaxing down, hugging your knees to your chest or windscreen wiping your legs from side to side, whatever feels good for you. We're now going to come into a 4-point kneeling. If you have cranky knees, then we can skip this position, but this is a really nice way to start to build some upper body strength and core at the same time. Our first one that we're going to do is a hover. So Isabel's going to curl her toes underneath, so she's got some pressure on the mat. She's going to lift up through her knees and holding there. You can see Isabel's keeping really nice and stable. In this position here, she's then going to extend one leg out at a time. But you can see here, Isabel's keeping her lower back nice and still and stable. So if this is a struggle for you, you can relax your knees down. Isabel will show us how to do this and extend one leg at a time. So we're coming into a modified bird dog. That's one option. Or if you're feeling strong today, curl your toes under again. Lift up, and we're going to do another 4 more here. Keeping it slow and controlled, even though it's hard. Excellent, you're strong, you can do hard things. Holding there, we're now going to do knee taps. So Isabel's going to lower her knees down to the ground and then extend up. So here, she's practicing using her lower abs, and also you can see she's really strong and stable through her upper back and neck. She's pushing the mat away, and her neck position hasn't changed. Here we'll feel this in your lower tummy muscles. And this is a really nice exercise to build up into a plank if that's something that your goal is, or a full push-up. Excellent. Coming into a child's pose and have a nice stretch out here. Stretching into the upper back. Creeping over to the right hand side and then creeping over to the left. You'll feel this in your lats and in the back of your shoulders. We're going to come into one more movement before we finish up today, and that is a tricep press. So this is, we're doing a little bit of legs, a little bit of core, and a little bit of arms. Moving your body weight forward over into your arms, bending your elbows so they're grazing the side of your body, bending down, and then coming all the way back up. Now Isabel's doing a really good job of showing us how strong she is, her back staying really still. She has crossed her feet over. That's something that can be helpful. If you're struggling at home to keep this form, bring your hands a little bit closer towards your knees. Isabel will show us how to do that. Excellent. And you can still get just as much out of a tricep press in this position. If that's really hard, bring your body weight over your knees a little bit more. So come back and then do a tricep press from there. Now, depending on where you start, that can be just as effective as a full tricep press. If you're feeling really strong today, once you've had a little stretch, you're going to show us how to do a full plank to tricep press. And then, yep, perfect. And then coming all the way back down.